It's gonna take days. This is not the first time I made mistakes and done stuff I shouldn't have done. Is it worth it? I like it.
This could not look better.
All right, guys, today's the day, and the dogs are excited. We're gonna renovate this whole kitchen. It is crazy what we've already done. Let's do a recap.
All right, we started by scraping the old popcorn ceilings, fixing drywall cracks, painting that old yellow mustard paint. We did hire a professional to do the texturing, but it's back to do-it-yourself stuff like painting. Oh, this sucks, but it needs to get done. I mean, look at what it used to look like.
All right, guys, it took almost 1 gallon to do the whole ceiling in here, and I think you guys can tell when I was getting towards the end of it between what it looked like with primer and without primer. It makes a big difference. Most people would not know this wasn't paint, but we're gonna put a coat of paint on here in a minute when it dries. And then I also came over and knocked out the hallway, the patchwork right there, the patchwork in the bedroom and bathroom over here, and then clearly we primed that, and then up over there. So very, very happy with it so far. It took a while. It's gonna take a while, and now I'm gonna paint alabaster white in a flat paint, so it's gonna look even more like I'm painting white on white more than it did painting the drywall with the white primer. Not the best content. I don't even know if you could even see the difference. I can barely see it.
As a do-it-yourself couple renovating this 50-year-old house, we definitely learned where to hire things out. The texturing was difficult, so we hired it out. The painting, we can cover that. And man, hiring the professionals in this part of the build to get it done and looking really good and professional was the right call.
All right, guys, we got some guests out here. Got to check out the paint and see if we like it so far.
Ooh, those are some crispy lines with the ceiling.
Yeah, could be better, but
No, it's looking good.
yeah. It was harder to tell with the coats of paint on the ceiling, but to your eye, it looks good.
Oh, I think it's perfect.
Got the dogs all riled up. Reggie,
Yeah,
you approve?
Yeah, it looks perfect. I think that one coat's great.
Yeah, definitely still need. You could tell like the trim or like underneath, it needs some more paint and stuff, but
the ceiling.
yeah, and we got to start looking at appliances.
We do.
That's
exciting.
We need to replace those.
Yeah.
Yay! So now that you're brought up to speed, we got the lights, we got the paint, we got the drywall, we got all that stuff done. We got to start on the cabinets, and this is something that is going to suck. All right, guys, I want to take a quick moment and talk about the sponsor of today's video. It's you guys, so thank you for watching. You guys help create all of this, help fund it, help support it, help give us ideas, everything. So I just want to say thank you.
Now back to these dirty old cabinets and drawers.
All right, this is 50 years in the making right here. These are old school cabinets that are run on a bottom slide, not the sides like the good old modern ones. Try my best here. All right, so yeah, that's all that is holding them on like that. There's no side hardware or anything like that, so there's no point in trying to make these over the top, super modern, but we're gonna make them as modern as possible. So I can go ahead and just pull them all out, but I'd have to remember exactly where they go. So let me do a little bit of work and rearrange it and see, will this be a pain in the butt to figure out where they go? Or should I just take them all out and do it that way? Let's see what happens. So can I swap these? Nope, wrong size. So that's gotta go here. Can I swap? Maybe we'll do this one. Can I swap that for here? Nope. Nope. Can I swap these? I don't know. I think I can swap these. This one's a little bit different. It's got stuff in it. that can't go there, but it can go there. Maybe I will just take them all out and do them that way. I was gonna try to do it on here. This might make it a little bit easier than I was expecting.
Anytime you say easy in a do-it-yourself project, just go ahead and double, triple, quadruple the time you think it's gonna take. I swear it never goes easy, and you'll watch that throughout this video.
All right, the goal here is to just do the tops of it, the front, the drawers, and not the sides or anything. I do love the wood, and we'll get them all polished up and everything after we paint, but I don't want to have to paint the insides because you start putting stuff in there, you nick it, you do all that stuff, it's gonna mess up the paint, it's so much work. Plus the color we're doing, I think will look cool when you open it and it's got the wood on the inside. Oh, so now do I start on the cabinets or to start this? Let's start on this. All right, just like anything, we want to try to tackle this just one at a time instead of letting it get overwhelming. And I'm just seeing that this one right here looks like someone bit a chunk out of it. Someone got hungry in the kitchen, the food was not ready yet. It's probably the one, I don't know which one I took it off of, but it was probably down and someone actually accidentally kicked it is what I'm going to assume. But we're gonna start with a 60 grit and we're gonna go in and hit it a little hardcore on the top, and we have some other grits if it's doing a little too much. But we want something that'll knock it down and then let our primer hold on to it. Also, I wanna point out, we're just using a Skill brand with a pad that doesn't even fit.
Don't do it. What's happening?
I want to show you can do stuff. You don't have to have the most expensive, crazy tools. Use what you got. That's the best tool you got is the one you got and the one you can afford. Let's go.
And it was at this point I knew I messed up.
Huh. How do I do the sides good?
Yeah, this is going to take forever. I am already regretting this. Yeah, this is gonna take forever.
Oh, this is not gonna be fun. It's just gotta be done though.
But it would not be a do-it-yourself project if you didn't have regret. Literally, as soon as you start, you always really start to think, why in the world did I not hire this out? Oh yeah, we're poor.
Oh, okay. Now I gotta switch back to this one and do the tops of all of them. Whew. Not gonna have a back after this. Worth it though!
Yeah, that was me trying to convince myself to keep moving on.
Alright guys, I'm gonna have no back after this, but I got them all done up, and I'm gonna use this paint and varnish stripper right here, and I'm going to go ahead and spray it on there and let it sit for a while. All the spots that I couldn't get the best, maybe it'll take care of that and get some of it off. Oh, my back hurts. Alright, I'm gonna try to get them as close as possible so whenever I spray, it gets on there good. And now that I'm looking at it, I should have hit up the side, so I'll do that after this. I need a break. My back is killing me, so let's kind of get them all in there together. That way I'm not soaking the floor and I'm not wasting a lot of it. Alright. Oh, okay. That's not what I expected. I may have done something that I shouldn't have done. So I definitely sprayed, and it's getting down here and getting over here on the side and stuff like that. I didn't think about that, so it might strip some of that. And either I need to go ahead and just wipe it all down, which I'm gonna try to just go ahead and wipe the insides down that got it on there and clean it up. Or, I don't know, I'm gonna try to finish up the other wood on the inside anyway, so it may not be a problem. This is not the first time I made mistakes and done stuff I shouldn't have done. So I'm really not that worried. All right, it's been 30 minutes. I went outside to get a breather because this stuff stinks. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it off. It says I should be wearing gloves. I'm gonna wash my hands right after this, but you can tell it is pulling stuff off. I'm gonna show you right here in this clean part. Yeah, So even though I sanded it, it's gonna get more of the junk off. So I'm glad I did that. So go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and clean them all off. All right, so you could definitely tell where it soaked in better than some other spots because it's a lot more of a bleached look. So if I was really trying to go hardcore on this, I would soak it again and then just let it sit, because you can tell it soaked into that wood big time because I sanded it. So I'm happy with that, but now I'm not happy to start doing the cabinets. And this is something I just figured out. About 16 and a half, 16 and a half, 18, 20 and a half, 19 and a half, 19 and a half, 16 and a half, 16 and a half, 16 and a half. All these are 16 and a half. So I think, and then those are 13? 13 and a half. So I wasn't going to take them off because then I try to figure out which one goes where and all this stuff, but they pretty much only go where they go. So I'm gonna take these down. Oh, these are gonna be so hard to do. I'll tell you in a minute why. All right, these are just like the bathroom, so it's pretty easy to take off. This is a lot of doors to have to do, and also I need to take all of these hardware off because I need to, one, clean behind it, and two, these holes are too small for the hardware we're going for. This is the hardware we want, and as you guys can tell, they do not line up at all, so that sucks. And then we have to go in and try to get all the insides and all that stuff. This part is really gonna take a while. This is the part I really don't wanna do, and there's a lot of them, but I gotta do front and back. Labor of love. I'm gonna show you just one, so let's go ahead and take this off and let's see what it looks like. Will I be able to get this off? Screwdriver. Maybe that'll do it. There you go. Work smart, not hard. All right. So as you guys can tell, it is aged. So now, just come in, sand the sucker. Days. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see what happens if I just spray it. Whew, guys, it has been forever doing this, and I still have these to go. I ran out of the spray, so I'm gonna need to go get some more of this. It looks like it's actually working pretty decent. I'm gonna let it sit overnight. You can let it sit for 24 hours for this type of stuff, and the fact that it's not taking all of it off whenever I'm sanding, it's good for it to sit. So I have no idea what it's gonna look like, but I'm gonna have to call it for today. I started a little bit later in the day, and it has just been hours of doing this. This is one of those things when you're like, is it worth it? I'm not sure. All right, guys, next day, I went to Lowe's, got some stuff. This is kind of some bad news. This is gonna suck. I started looking at these. They don't look a whole lot different. Maybe some of that's gonna come off, but it looks just very gel-like. And I know it's supposed to kind of be like that, but I was hoping it'd be a little easier to get off. So let me get a scraper. Dogs are, I just went running around with them, so I'm kind of out of breath, but let me get a scraper and see what's going on, because as of right now, it seems like I did absolutely nothing yesterday. All right, let's see if this will scrape off. All right. Maybe we did get a little lucky here. Oh, it's gonna take forever though. How do I get in here? Oh, it's gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah, nightmare. It doesn't even come close. I swear I'm not trying to complain this whole video. It's just, I mean, look at me. Just look at me. Yeah, that's the look of defeat and trying to figure out how to make this happen. But hey, a wise man once said, if you want something bad enough, you will make it happen. I'm the idiot that said that.
Oh. I don't know what to do on the inside here. I have no idea. Let's see a wire brush.
At this point in the do-it-yourself project, I was willing to try almost anything, and I was shocked that this worked.
All right, so that actually worked really good. This is just gonna take forever. I gotta do that times all of those. Plus, again, haven't even done those. Oh, this sucks. I have a little bit of this degreaser. I'm gonna see if I can't spray it on here, if it'll help get this off a little bit better. Because geez Louise, this is a nightmare. I should probably let it soak for a second. But I have no patience. I got so many of these to do. It's definitely helping. I just don't know how I'm gonna get it out of all these creases. All right, all things considering, I think that came out really well. That's what the back looks like, almost still the way it is, the way it was, and then the new version. So I'm happy with the outcome. This absolutely sucks that I gotta do this so many times. I'm not complaining, just venting. All right, so I just finished these up and I got a couple of more, but I ran out of degreaser, so we don't have a baby with us right now.
Where's our child?
At the cousin's spring break fiasco party.
Yes, they are partying with cousins.
Yes.
And sister-in-law, or I guess her aunt.
Yeah.
So
I need some more degreaser because it is not coming off very well once to get it all out. So we're gonna run to Lowe's. Luckily, this house is only 20 minutes from town. So we're gonna go to Lowe's, get some stuff, stop, get some food because it is lunchtime and my arms are tired and I need a break. My arms are super tired from doing that, and then the chemical smell. So let's run, go do that, come back, and then you're gonna work. All right, run in here real quick. You decide what you want for lunch. I already know what you want.
what?
Chick-fil-A. Bought that sucker by the gallon.
I do apologize, but we can't sell it at the moment because we don't have the street to Lucas.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, we sold out and we're not getting any more because we're getting ready to switch over something different Thursday.
Dang, I saw the sign that says new combos.
Yeah.
I'll do the $7 box.
Okay, and then what can I get you to drink?
Baja Blast, please.
Okay, anything else for you today?
And then I'll do another $7 box. You have a Diet Baja Blast?
Yes, we have the Mountain Dew Baja Blast Zero.
Okay, I'll
And
do.
he said, what was the last thing you said? Which combo?
The $7 box.
Another $7 box?
Yeah, with the diet for my wife. I'm not allowing her to drink the normal one.
Gotcha. Anything else for you today?
That'll do.
Okay, and then any sauce for you today?
But some mild, please.
Okay, gotcha. And then would you like to round up your change for the Taco Bell Scholarship Foundation today?
Sure.
Thank you for that donation. Your total is going to be 16 even at the window. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you only donate because it's on camera?
Yeah, I would have definitely said no. It's like Taco Bell can pay for it themselves. All right, we got our food. We got one more stop because this is my wife's car.
I was like, where are we stopping?
You already know.
I still got about a week left of driving on this thing.
All right, guys, while we are letting the other stuff dry and all that, we have been needing to paint in here. So with Danielle's help, we are trying to knock out the second coat and then cutting in, doing all that stuff. We're trying to just get this part done so we could just be done with this side of the house. Because the kitchen is the last part of this renovation.
Yeah.
As of right now, not Reagan's room, nothing like that. That's just until we can get moved in and then we can work on the other stuff. So we're gonna spend some time painting this and then jump back into the kitchen. All right, guys, you know I'm always wearing Yeehaw, Be Nice. That is to honor my dad, but guess what? Boom, got some hats. We'll talk about that in just a second. But right now, boom, look at these koozies. I made a ton of koozies. I hand-made these, but guess what? Boomage, I have more hats, not just the one I'm wearing. Look at that, Yeehaw, Be Nice. I got these made from hatlaunch.com. If you guys are in the market of getting some custom hats made, they did a phenomenal job. But if you'd like to win one of these, just comment down below something like Yeehaw, love the kitchen renovation, something like that. If it has Yeehaw in it and something about the kitchen renovation, we're gonna give away a hat and a koozie to one of you guys. We're not affiliated by Hat Launch, but truly appreciate them. They look freaking awesome. If you're in the market for a custom hat, go check them out. But until then, we got some more painting and kitchen renovations to do. Danielle just took off. We got all the painting done on this side from the hallway all the way back to the other side. All done with paint. Very, very happy with that. Minus doors, but we can do that later. So I need to jump back in on this. This is what I'm thinking. I still got probably 6 or 7, 8 doors, something like that left. I'm not gonna sand them first. Let's just spray them all down and let them soak overnight. Guys, it has been a long freaking day. Just hours and hours of working on this, hours working on the painting, and I think I'm gonna end this day by just letting those soak. I don't think whenever I first sanded it last time, it did that much of a difference now that I've seen what it could do. So let's do that, and then I'm gonna do something with those. All right, so I ran out of this. I went and got some that is not diluted. This is concentrated, it is super strong, and you can dilute it with water. I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to just fill this sucker up and hit it hardcore to get any of this off and just let it soak overnight. I don't know if this is the right or wrong way to do it, but that's what we're gonna do. Just gonna make sure we get this nice and good, because we need all of this off so the paint and the primer will stick to it really well. I feel like this is a little hardcore, but this is what it would look like if you just clear coated. That actually looks really good. I actually truly really like that. But let's let this degreaser work in here. There's just a lot of it, so hopefully that'll get good, and then we will wash it off in the morning. Let's take a risk, see what it looks like in the morning. All right, it is the next morning. It is about roughly 15 hours later. So let's go ahead and get those cleaned up. These are all dried up. We'll see how that goes getting the rest of the gunk off. You've already seen it, so let's get back to it.
The absolute worst thing about this is you get doing one and say it takes 30 minutes. Well, guess what? You times that by about 15 more. So you have hours of work doing the same thing over and over. But I promise in the end, it'll be worth it.
All right, nailed it, got them all done. Guys, I mean, I don't think I can explain how many of these freaking pads, sandpaper pads, I went through. Probably 100 of them, not even joking. So I'm gonna degrease them again real quick. You gotta let them soak. I got it in here. I'm gonna go do some other stuff and then I'm gonna get them cleaned up so you guys will see it here in a minute. 3 days of doing this. Whew. You thought I was done sanding? Heck no. I gotta do all this now. Fun! Do it yourself!
I swear I'm trying not to complain this whole video, but that is truly part of do-it-yourself is be mad, complain, but be safe at the same time. But get all your frustration out on these cabinets, on painting, on all of that stuff. Life sucks sometimes, but hey, you can make it better little by little, and do-it-yourself projects really build confidence. It really brings you down, but at the end, you really are a more confident person.
Holy cow. I am dead tired. Getting all that sanded up. Whew, it was very, very dusty. I'm sure the lens is dusty. I should have cleaned it, but whatever. I just need some fresh air. The fact that it's all sanded, oh dang it, I missed a spot. I need to come in. I need to do that side right there. And then also, we're not gonna do the trim around the whole top because there's just no way. And plus, no one's ever gonna touch it. So whenever we do paint it, it's not going to get scratched off or anything. So let me go ahead and knock that out and I gotta go out and get some fresh air. Oh, again, 3 days of just non-stop sanding to get where I'm at. And I have just totally, the whole time, wished I never started this project, but at the same time, I'm very glad we did because this is our forever kitchen and I'll never have to do this again. Hopefully. All right, at this point, I'm not sure how else to even get in here and knock all this off, so I've already done everything else unconventionally. So let's go ahead and try this. I probably need water boots. Oh, I'm still gonna have to like scrub it. I really don't know what to do other than that, to be completely honest. But I still need to get some of that out. Let's start with that. All right, guys, so this is the next day. I let them dry. So, we're going to take this wood filler and just put it in there. It's so soft. I mean, just so soft. Just need a little bit. Just jam it down in there. You really want to just fill those holes really good and then wipe it smooth. But make sure you jam it in there to the best of your abilities because you don't want it to fall out. You want it to pack in there and then be good. And then we'll go ahead and just wipe it smooth and then flip it over. Do the same thing on this side. It is something that needs to be done because we want different hardware. If you wanted the same hardware or the same size, you could skip this step. But that's that. That's very simple to do. Set it aside, let it dry, grab another one, rinse and repeat. So now we're at the point to start priming everything, make sure everything's good. Before we put primer on, you just want to check everything, make sure it looks good. You can poke out any little things that are stuck in corners, sand one last time, whatever you need to do. Technically, this needs to dry a little bit longer, what we did, but it'll be fine. So this brush is insanely way too big, but you need to get down in the creases. So I'm gonna use this because it's what I got. You definitely don't want to overdo it, but get it down in there good. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, this works way better than the small brush I used on the bathroom. If you have not checked out that video, go check it out. We redid our bathroom, and I learned a lot, and that's why I'm doing so much for this, because I want it to come out right. Get it in there as good as you can. Don't worry about streaks. You're just trying to get it in all the hard to reach places without it bubbling up, or pooling up. You don't want it to get too much. Try to get the sides of everything. Anything on top, I would not worry about. All right, now that we got all that good, let's go on the outside and make sure we get that. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. We're really just trying to get it on there the best of our abilities. You're just trying to get anything that you know a roller won't be able to hit good. And I definitely would not do this straight on the floor. Get it off the ground, it's easier. Now we're gonna take our roller, load it up, but not too much. You don't want anything over the top. Go ahead and hit any of the flat surfaces. And again, you don't have to put a lot, just enough to get some primer on there. You can always hit it with another coat later. And go ahead and hit the sides. That's why it didn't matter if you put streaks in it. Make sure there's no drips. Normally I do not use gloves, but for primer I do because it's a lot harder to get off. I'm gonna hit this part last so I can always hold. Hit anything up I feel like needs it. And then now, let's finish this part off right in the middle. All right, that looks pretty good. So just make sure there's no drips, no nothing. Everything looks good, because if it dries with drips, you're gonna have to sand it off. It all looks good. Now go underneath and pick it up. And then I already have all these boards out here, so whenever I lay it down, it's not straight on the plastic. Now, rinse and repeat again. I think for ours, it's another 17, 18 times. Just knocked out a whole bunch of those while I was doing my new channel called The Crocker Talker. Yeah, I know. Another channel, it's just me riffing while I'm working. It's kind of like Coffee Crockers, but during the day with just me and my thoughts. So if you want to check it out, go check it out. Brand new channel. I'll post whenever I post. So now we're going to do these drawers, and I went ahead and taped the inside. That's Danielle. So let me answer real quick. Oh, look.
What's that?
Oh, just painting and saying. All right, Danielle was just checking to see if I'm hungry. I'm freaking starving, but I'm gonna try to knock this out and then I'll eat. So, tape the outsides, and then we're just going to paint only the bare wood. All of this we're gonna keep the same. We're gonna redo it, so let's try to prime this up. I probably should have done the inside first now that I think about it, so I could set it down, but we'll make it work. Since this is the outside, we're gonna take our roller and just try to really clean it up, get rid of any drips, any brush strokes, anything like that. Luckily, it does soak into the wood, so you kind of get rid of that, but we still want the best chance possible for it to come out how we would like our finished product. So, all right, one down. I don't know, 12 more to go. It is just so tedious. All right, I went ahead and prepped everything with tape. Last thing, let's prime this side. I'm worn out.
Oh, yeah. Even though you're worn out, you just gotta keep moving. And priming this, I was in the moment of, it is changing, but do I like it? I'm not really sure. It kind of looks like a cheap studio apartment, you know, back in your early days of living. I just, is it worth doing this? I sure hope so in the end.
Oh, I am beyond exhausted, and there's just so much white. As of right now, I'm just gonna let all this primer dry. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do on the inside. I am worried about painting it and then it getting all scuffed up, plus the paint color we're going to put on there. I feel like we'll kind of go with that. So, as you guys know, I took out all of the shelves and stuff that were inside there. I'm originally thinking, and I think I'm gonna have to do this, use those as templates, cut new pieces of wood and stick it in there, because those are particle board and they're starting to droop over 50 years, you know. So I'm gonna let all this dry up, and then clearly I got all of these out here. I am beyond exhausted, and I could say this, I would probably never do this again. I would just buy all new cabinets, but there is something about saying, these are the original cabinets from 50 years ago, and we redid them whenever people come over and check it out and we're like, wow, I really like this. Yeah, a whole entire week of redoing these to get where we're at. Technically, we're 1 day short. I'm hoping tomorrow we throw some paint on them. All right, this has dried over the weekend. This has been a full week since we started this, but we got the cabinet paint. Dry time is 2 hours, recoat in 4. So let's go ahead, throw it on all the cabinet doors, put them over there, let them dry, start doing this, and then I gotta do some other work outside. You'll see in another video. I'll come back, I'll redo it again. Oh, I sure hope this color looks good. All right, just like any other part of this, I'm gonna take a brush and come in here. All right, it's more on the cream side. This is called not Greek yogurt. I thought it was called that. Then I thought it was called Greek vanilla. Not that. It is called Greek Villa. So I'm gonna put a light coat in here. And again, this is Sherwin-Williams paint color, but I end up using Valspar paint because that was what was recommended when we did the bathroom, and that came out amazing. So I'm gonna put a really light coat in here, get it in all these cracks and crannies, and get a good first base on there, base coat, and then we'll come back with the second coat and it'll lay on a lot better. This, you just want to make sure you're really just laying a good foundation. Doing the paint also goes on so much smoother than the primer. It goes a lot faster because the primer is soaked in. This gave it something to hold on to. It just goes on so much better. All right, now come in with your roller. This is a 3/8 nap roller, and just get a good base coat. I do like this. It has a slight cream color to it, like a more on the yellowish cream side rather than like a gray or something. I do like it. I think this is gonna make the kitchen pop. It's gonna be a drastic before and after. All right, now we can go set this over and do a lot more of them. Let's see what this looks like. I don't like it. Looks like primer. Looks like a really, really good coat of primer. I think it looks clean, but I think we need a different color. I think we need something a little bit more on the tan side to match everything. It just looks not what we're going for. It looks good, it looks clean. We just don't want white. And unfortunately, it's a lot more white than we thought. So let's get some different paint. Went to Lowe's, got some good help from our paint lady there. And she has remodeled her whole house. She told us how to do the bathroom and how to do all this. And we talked and talked and talked, and we're like, this is not what we wanted. It ended up being too white. So what we did was we got wool scheme, the same color as our wall, and we did it 50%. Hopefully, which it does look like, it's gonna give us a little more cream color that we're going for. Please let this be good, because I'm tired of painting. All right, come on, come on, come on. All right, I think this is the color. It's gonna be a little difficult for you guys to see. I'll probably bring it in closer, but it does have more of a creamy color that matches everything. Thank you, Lowe's lady. I think this is it. I think this is it. Hopefully that translates, but definitely more of the creamy tan side compared to the white. Very much happy with that. Very, very, very happy with that. So I get to paint it all again. I'll only show you, actually I'm not even show you any of it again. I'm gonna do a before and after. All right, as you can tell, it looks pretty much the exact same on video, I'm sure, but in person, it does have that tan to it, the creamy look, which I actually really like, but I have the boss lady coming over to check it out, Reagan. So hopefully Reagan and Danielle will like it. I think that they're gonna think it's not even painted, that I didn't paint it again, but it does have a slight cream color to it, so I'm digging it. Hopefully the bosses approve.
Ooh.
They still look a little white.
They still look white, but that does look a lot better than,
yeah.
it doesn't look like primer.
Yeah, it does have a good tone to it. It does look white in here, but if you come in the kitchen, I did this, which still looks white, but up there, I mean, I just did that, so that's drying. But it does have kind of a cream. Oh, you're just so excited.
Yeah, it does look good with
everything. Yeah. So I do think once we clean the floor up, clean it all up and everything, we're good. But here's the deal. We went to Lowe's and I think we're gonna purchase a whole set of new appliances.
Yes.
Which means our microwave needs to go up there, which means we have to remodel this. I did not truly think about that when we were starting to paint.
It's like, yeah.
I'm hoping it'll just fit in that spot.
That's literally what I was thinking.
If it doesn't,
I don't know.
we're gonna have to figure this out. All right, guys, it's been a few days. I cut my hair. Weather has been up and down. It's been super hot, super cold. And I went ahead and I took all of everything we've been working on and I put it here in the kitchen. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Boom! So before we get too far into it, I took the flooring up, or the paper and stuff on the floor, and I found a scorpion underneath, and I was like, oh no. But then I found these. All right, I got two scorpions. One that I smashed. I think that one is still alive. Yep. So yeah, scorpion's gonna be a problem. We kind of knew that ahead of time, so we're going to, before we move in, get it sprayed and all that type of stuff. But guys, right now, this is just night and day difference. This is wild. I still need to come in and try to make the gap a little bit better. This one, for some reason, it pops out, and then these holes right here where the handles were, I need to make that a little bit better. But we are going to put these new handles on it, which are bigger. So I was a little bit bummed that you can see the indentation, so I might have to put a little bit of the filler on there. But as of right now, guys, I am freaking pumped. Let's clean this floor up. I gotta do some touch-ups. I need to paint all the trim. I need to paint up there the trim, and then I didn't even paint up there. And then with the appliances coming, I need to take this out, and most likely, actually, I do need to take this out for our microwave. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do with that yet. So I might wait for that until we get the microwave, because that's going and this is going. let's go ahead and jump in on the trim and doors and everything. This is gonna be a tedious thing. So it's just been so much work.
Throughout this video, I have truly complained and vented, but painting trim, oh my gosh, it changes everything. If you want to upgrade your house, just paint your trim and doors. It makes such a drastic change. I mean, look right here at these doors and then boom, it's painted clean and crispy.
All right, guys, I'm freaking pumped. I've been working, doing stuff inside, outside, all that. It's been a long time. It's been like a good week and a half longer than we expected, but I took out our appliances. I painted where I needed to paint, and they are about to deliver the new appliances. Check this out. So we just got our stuff delivered. What's your name?
Eddie.
Eddie? My man.
My name's Curtis.
Curtis. And they did an awesome job, absolutely awesome job. If you ever need anything delivered, these are the dudes. I heard that your kid loves YouTube.
Yes.
Hey, you got to get on there. And then your kid
Party.
also, right?
Party too hardy. Yeah,
That's
it,
right.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so we appreciate these guys. And then I guess now all we got to do is go cook, and maybe y'all come back and eat sometime.
Right on.
All right. Appreciate it, guys.
Make sure y'all like and subscribe.
That's right.
Like and subscribe. Yeah. Take care.
All right, guys, here's the dilemma. This microwave is pretty big, and I got to take this oven vent out, which you guys can tell is not much room. So I think we're gonna have to take this out and reconfigure this. I hope this isn't a major pain in the butt, but also got all this to deal with. Let's figure it out. All right, let's start with taking these off. This range, I'm not really 100% sure. I don't know if that's the only thing holding it up. Maybe, looks like it. Okay, yeah. Maybe I should have moved the brand new stove first, but here we are. I don't know how to undo the wiring. Probably kill the power first. There we go. So now I need to get this wire out of there, pull this out, and then undo these, and hopefully, I don't know, I think there might be some more screws like up there, and maybe that whole section will come out. It 100% will not go that smooth, but one can only hope. So, I don't know what the best way to take all this out. I think it's just jammed up in there maybe. I was planning on maybe reusing this, but I might just try to buy some new wood. I could be wrong, but I think this just goes in the attic. I don't want to have to climb up there. I'm not sure what to do in the moment, to be honest with you guys. Break that paint away. Alright. Oh, okay. Oh, it's the whole thing. I don't know if y'all see it there at the top. Alright. This is, uh-oh. Alright, that whole thing came down. So I honestly don't know what in the world to expect. I thought that was going to stay up there. So that's connected to the top. Uh-oh. Alright. Let me see. I don't know what to do in the moment, to be honest. I can't. Yep. There we go. Alright. So now that wire, so I need that too. Okay. Okay. There's that. All right, so I'm gonna have to keep this so I can put an outlet, so I can plug the microwave into it. This, it should be able to vent out to the top. So now, do I try to cut what we have and utilize it? How does this microwave attach to the wall? So I got this piece of wood and I'm going to glue it and screw it and then use this on the inside as a clamp, and then we're gonna hook it on there, put it on top. Should be good to go. Here. Alright, that's on there pretty good. So now I'll do the other side. Hopefully this will work. Alright, so what I'm doing now is taking the template, getting this 2x4, and I line up the center with the center of the board, and then I'm gonna mark where these holes go, drill through, and mount it on top of the microwave. And then I'm gonna put a board on top. That should hold it on, pick it up, put it on, should be good. In the right holes, I'm going to glue and screw these on, overlapping with just enough so it'll be like that. All right, it's looking really good. We need to fill in that, so I cut a piece of wood that we had. We'll paint it white. I hope it fits. Oh, I think that's gonna work. Get this hooked in, paint it white.
Let's see. Dad, you got it mounted.
So I still need to paint more, but
it's looking crispy in here.
You approve?
I don't.
You approve? All right, guys, this is some days later. You saw Danielle come in your reaction. We went and got stuff you guys saw in the Crocker Life.
Yes.
Yeah, we went and got a few things. I think it's looking awesome so far.
It looks amazing.
We're gonna try our best to keep it as simple and clean as possible. We'll do a little station here for some of Reagan's stuff. We'll put a bunch of bottles up. We're gonna make sure we try to keep this as clean as possible because this was like 3 weeks. Like 3 weeks, it just kicked my butt. Oh my gosh.
You did so good though.
Oh.
This could not look better. I truly don't think so.
For a 50-year-old,
it looks amazing.
Yeah, for a 50-year-old kitchen,
Yeah.
I think it came out pretty great. I'm very happy with it. It was a lot of work, but this is just the start because now we need to start moving in.
Oh.
Yeah, so I've been in the process of letting this dry and everything, working on the rest of the house. One day you came out and helped paint, and then I had to repaint some of that again because I used a sprayer and over. It's been a hassle, but I am so happy with this. So I think the next video you guys will see will be us finally moving in.